Well, I am back, YouTube. It's been a while. A lot has gone on since then. Let's see. Let's just catch you up on the important things. Um, I've been cleared cardiac wise, so I'm no longer under the care of my cardiologist. I have been falling a lot. Um, Sorry, you'll hear some noise in the background. It's the bunny. I've been falling a lot. Um, the pain has been getting worse. I have been, let's see, I've been hot. Excuse me. Oh goodness. Okay. I've been seeing all kinds of doctors. I have a urologist now. I have the neurosurgeon. I'm back with the pain doctor. I've had 2 rounds of steroid injections in my back. I've had around 2 rounds of epidural injections in my back, and 1 round of steroid injections in my hip. I was supposed to have another round, but then they decided, since I keep falling and I'm still getting dizzy, that it's probably a good idea if I have an MRI before I get another injection. My pain doctor is not willing to burn the nerves, do the radio ablation. He wants to go straight to the stimulus implant, where they, I guess, implant like a TENS unit in your back, and it sends electrical impulses to help control the pain. Yeah, I'm not here for that. I don't want no metal on my back. No. I get too many MRIs. How am I gonna get MRIs? Then I have to get CAT scans. Do you know how many CAT scans I've had? And then them say, we need to send you to MRI? No. No, thank you. I don't want anything implanted in my body. It's okay. I'm good. That's why I didn't get the shot. But my neurosurgeon is a really great guy. He's really funny. I don't know what's going on. Things have been pretty miserable. I fell on the ice the other day. My last fall was 2 days ago. I was getting out of bed and I stood up and my legs were like, nope, not holding you. And down I went. I haven't been walking in months because I'm not allowed to. I'm on a bed rest version. I've been told I cannot go to the gym, cannot walk. I've asked if I can go to the gym to work out in the pool, and they said they would rather I didn't until they figure out what's going on. I did finish my therapy, which was water therapy. So I'm like, I could do water therapy, but I can't go to the pool. And they're like, well, their therapist was there. And I'm like, well, the lifeguard's there. So if I start to, I'm like, I know how to swim and I know how to float. Like, it's not like I'm just going to jump in the pool unprepared and not know how to do anything. Like, I know how to do things. I know if I get tired, I can just roll over and float. Hold on to the edge. Like, you don't understand that weightlessness. When I would do my physical therapy and they would drop the bottom and I just got to hang there, that weightlessness was bliss because I didn't have to worry about the pain. There was no pressure on my body. So my body could just relax for just a few minutes. There was no pressure at all. And it was like a sigh of relief. A sigh of relief. You know what I mean? It was like, wow, this is great. And then it wasn't because I had to get out. My face is still swollen on this left side, down into, it's my whole basically left side that's swollen. They don't know why. I don't know why. So I'm just like, okay, it'll just be swollen. Normally I have makeup on. I have a little swelling on this side too, but it's not much. It's just like kind of right here. Um, so, but I have been stretching in the mornings, just to kind of loosen up, you know, my back a little bit and loosen up my neck a little bit. But I still get very dizzy if I stand up too fast. I really shouldn't be driving long distances. Sometimes I take my kids to school and then I have to sit in my car for a while, and then I'll get out real slowly and then go sit in my garage until the spinning stops. It's when I'm driving, I'm fine. I'm sitting down. It's when I get out that's the problem. It's when I start to stand up that I get dizzy and lightheaded, and I don't know if I'm sitting on a nerve or what. I've tried putting my seat back a little further. I've tried putting my seat up all the way. I've tried adjusting the way I sit, the way I push the pedals, and it doesn't matter. Either way, I get out of the car, I'm dizzy. Sometimes I fall. Sometimes I can make it to the garage. Sometimes I call my husband. I'm like, you need to come catch me. That's how I call it. And he comes and he catches me when I get out of the car. So I don't fall on the floor because I'm tired of falling on the floor because I fall on the floor a lot. There was one time a couple weeks ago, I came out to get something to drink to take my pills. I left my phone in the room. So I was like, I'm only going to go and get some pills and then I'll be right back. Down I went in the kitchen. And I stayed there for about 2 hours. And out of consciousness, probably. Because I know I'll wake up and I'll be like, okay. And then I'll go back, I'll wake back up. Oh, we had a moment. We had a couple of days where I was, I guess, sleepwalking. I don't know what it was. But I would wake up, and I woke up once and I was in the kitchen sink. Had my whole head and body in the kitchen sink, and I had the hot water just pouring down on me. Then I woke up and turned the water off. And then I don't remember what happened after that. But then I woke up in my garage, and we have a little heater in my garage, and my leg was up against the heater. So I got burns up and down my legs because of it. Because it was hot. So I had my leg up there long enough to have the burns, but did not wake up. I don't know what woke me up. And then I somehow made it back to bed. One time I was outside in the front yard. One time I was outside in the backyard. One time I was in my car. My husband, well, the first time that we figured out I was doing this, my husband had hid my keys. So there was no chance of me driving. We wanted to obviously be safe and make sure that I was safe and other people were safe. So he would hide the keys so I couldn't drive. Yeah, sucked. Sucked a lot. So there's that. This is pretty much it as far as updating that I'm going to do right now. I have a few more things that I want to update you on, but something I want to talk about is something I seen on Twitter. A girl had made a tweet and it said that she was tired of seeing people complaining about pain, being in pain and not having access to pain meds, and if she seen one more tweet, she was going to scream. Boy, did she get dragged. She got dragged all up and down Twitter. I was like, oh, boo, no, you can't do that. Not everybody has access to medicine. Some people are in excruciating pain and they don't have access to anything that can help them. And they use their social media platform to kind of get it out. It's kind of like their therapy, to get out what it is that they want to say, you know, whether it's pray for me or dear God, please get me out of this pain. It's not necessarily that they're looking for sympathy, but they're looking for support. People who are like, I understand you, I got you, you can always talk to me about your pain, or, I'll pray for you, or something like that. That's pretty much what they're looking for. And I don't think she got it. She was just tired of seeing people complaining. And I'm like, well, one, I've paid for insurance, regular old insurance, not through my job because I couldn't work. So I paid for insurance out of pocket, which was not cheap. And I had deductibles I had to reach, and I had all this other stuff that I had to deal with, and it was crazy. But then I lost that because I couldn't afford it any longer. And then we became homeless, and I qualified for Medicaid, and I had Medicaid. And I was fortunate that I didn't have any copays, and like my pills were like 50 cents, which was great. But then I lost that because my husband made too much money once he got another job and we got on our feet. So for a while, I didn't have health care. Now imagine, I'm pretty sick. At the time, I was still having seizures. So I was having seizures, and I was suffering with endo. And at the time, my bladder had fallen, so I was having bladder issues. All these things were going on, and I had no access to medicine. The only thing I had to do is go to the hospital or urgent care, because they can't deny you. I racked up over $50,000 worth of hospital bills just in that year. It sucked. It sucked a lot, not being able to just, and then the meds they were prescribing were like $700. I'm like, But you had to be delicate about it, because you couldn't just be like, okay, I'll just take the pain meds, because now you sound like a drug seeker. I'm fortunate that I'm allergic to all narcotics. Morphine, Dilaudid, codeine, Percocet, Darvocet, a few others that I'm probably forgetting. I'm allergic to them all. If I go into the hospital when I have a surgery, I get fentanyl. They give me fentanyl, but they have to give me 2 Benadryls before the fentanyl. Otherwise, I will break out in hives everywhere. I will have red bumps everywhere, all over my body. And I will be itching, and it'll start to get hard to breathe if you don't give me Benadryl. And it has to be 2 Benadryls for 1 fentanyl. So if you plan on giving me 2 fentanyls, 2 doses of fentanyl, you have to give me 4 doses of Benadryl. Sometimes, one time they forgot, and they quickly learned their mistake because I broke out all over. I don't think they believed me. They were new. It was a new doctor, and he's never worked on me before, and new nurses, and they've never dealt with me before. And I think they were just kind of like, we know what's best, and we know how to do our job. How dare she tell us how to do our job, kind of thing. And then I broke out in hives, and then they were like, oh, we forgot the Benadryl. It's like, oh, I told you don't forget the Benadryl. Matter of fact, as I was waking up, I said, don't forget the Benadryl. And you still forgot the Benadryl. I laugh about it because otherwise she'd just cry. Anyway, so now that I have access to healthcare because I did get my disability, I am aware that there are people who don't have access to pain meds. I'm not going to tell you to stop talking about it. And I encourage you not to either. At least listen. Have compassion. You may be sitting there with your insurance and not caring, and you could do whatever you want, and this person may be not have insurance, and you're like, why don't you just get a job that has insurance? It's not that easy. Sometimes we're unemployable because of our disability, but we don't qualify for disability right away. I'm disabled. It took me 9 years to get my disability. I had to fight it. Went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court was like, yeah, she's disabled. She should have been disabled. You should have passed her like 9 years ago. Why is this even in front of us? Kicked it back here, and he's like, yeah, you got your insurance. You're fine. So I know what it's like to be on both ends. And if you have someone in your life that constantly talks about their pain and constantly talks about not being able to get out of pain, I encourage you to just listen to them and just kind of be a sounding post. You don't have to try to fix it. You don't have to try to solve a problem. Just, sit with them, maybe hug them, maybe rub their head, give them, just say kind words, offer to watch a movie with them under the blanket. And since they can't get up, just offer to be with them and do something with them while they're down and out and sick and hurting and in pain. Never underestimate the power of love and the power of friendship and the power of family. Sometimes we just say, oh my gosh, I'm tired of dealing with it. She's always sick. Well, if you feel that way and you're not the one that's sick, how do you think we feel being the ones that is sick, that are sick? We feel the same way. We are tired of being sick. We don't want to be sick. It's not something we want. We all wish that we could be better. I wish I could go back to work. I hate being home. It sucks. Being home all the time sucks. Especially since everybody I know works during the day. So when I'm home by myself during the day, I have no one to talk to. And then around 5:30, my phone starts ringing because everyone wants to call and check up on me, and that's fine. But now I'm making dinner and my husband's home, my kids are home, and they're talking to me and they want my attention, and people are calling me, and everybody's doing this and doing that and doing this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Pause. I wish that you guys could talk to me during the day when no one is around, but you can't because you work. So that's pretty much about it. This is long enough. Okay. Until next time, guys. Deuces. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and share it too. Bye.